what?
It was a bunch of computer geeks teaching non-gamers how to play on PC. And like one dude was wearing his headset, the cup over his face. It was like, and
Okay, Necro. You only put the freaking Asgardian freaking mythos for your realms. Is there a reason for that?
Okay. I don't know who, but somebody on when I'm looking at the spreadsheet, somebody on mine is anonymous jumbo octopus.
Yeah, I see that, and I also see anonymous blowfish. So that just means two people that didn't log in with Google. Leonardo da Vinci would be an artificer.
Of course, I was creating shit.
Okay, well, I already see a problem. You made Merlin a druid.
Technically, what he was in the original tellings before it got all Christianized. He was far more akin to that of a very, very, very eccentric and crazy druid. He just liked screwing with people rather than a wizard who was the inverse of Christ.
Yeah, Merlin was more nature-based magic before they started tweaking his story. He liked to mix shit. He was an alchemist. Well, not an alchemist, an alchemist.
He was also dirty. He didn't shower much, and he was weird, which kind of
He was basically your hobo uncle that smoked all the ganja
and just happened to do magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but why is Napoleon an artificer?
Artillerist for that reason.
So just because he has guns, he's an artificer?
I mean, he could probably
he's an artificer because he's an artificer because he wants to be. He has cannons. He makes cannons. He brings cannons to the fight.
Well, that's what Napoleon was known for in his military career. He was a cannoneer.
Yeah. So indirect fire, motherfucker. Artillery, bitch. Sorry.
Be glad we don't have Winston Churchill as the toastiest bard. Because let's be honest, Winston Churchill and basically any world leader from like World War I and II era was just a bard.
Wouldn't Solomon be a cleric?
Solomon?
Yeah.
He could be a cleric, but there's so many things Solomon himself could be. He's smart. He could be a fucking wizard.
My main reason is because of his books of demonology and how he captured.
I mean, just because he wrote books of demonology doesn't mean he would be a cleric. He could be a wizard.
He also made a cage to capture experimenting. Demons.
I would say having books of demonology would honestly peg him more as a celestial pact warlock or a divine soul sorcerer.
Well, in the tellings, warlock is a wise warlock. Solomon is a wise man, so it stands to reason that he would be a sorcerer or a magic type that is not completely associated with God because he was smart, but he did believe in God. We shall cut the baby down the middle and give the one mom the upper half and the other the bottom half.
Okay,
and
I
then
have to
one
protest.
bitch was
Freaking Shakespeare was a bard.
Actually into that.
Yeah, freaking Mozart's a bard, but Shakespeare's a wizard. Necker, you're making way too many NPC characters.
Yep.
So I was gonna say, I was honestly gonna say, I lost track of the document I had for the notes of last session.
I don't think I was here last session. What happened?
We met the propane artificer.
Shut
He
up.
sells propane and propane accessories.
His name better fucking be Hank.
We were there last session.
Toki, introduce your character.
God fucking damn it, Toki!
What are you talking about? You already met my character, dumbass.
He probably forgot.
literally, your character and my character were having a fucking like.
No, you were there at last session. We didn't have one because.
What? I don't
The
remember
other session
freaking
we
propane
didn't have a
accessories.
session because somebody couldn't make it.
I thought it was because it was Father's Day or Labor Day.
No, the last session was Labor Day.
So it's been over a month.
Yeah, he canceled for Labor Day, and I was just like, but I'm home.
Yeah,
But I'm home.
I wasn't. Was the problem?
I was like, we literally didn't do anything for Labor Day. We cooked the next day, and I was just like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just my folks have a tradition of going out for Labor Day weekend, and it's just like I really can't do much if I am complete if I have access to no computer.
But we're in the middle of a pandemic. You should have stayed home.
so apparently Battlefield has a lot more players online than it does on the Xbox.
That makes sense.
And I am jealous as hell. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pick up a copy of Battlefield 4 or my PC right now.
Yeah, here's hoping it's $10 for you.
I buy my stuff on CD Keys. This shit's probably gonna be like $2.
But yeah, so to recap, you guys mostly were doing some housekeeping. And Mark, I know for a fact Octavius met the propane artificer.
Dude, you're coming in muffled as fuck.
Sorry. Better?
Yeah.
1 sec.
Wait, hold on. I met him when I was with Alicia at the guild, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we knew each other all for 20 minutes.
Basically.
It is
Coming in better?
$15.69 for the premium version.
Am I coming in better? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
okay,
You're
good.
doing amazing, my guy.
So yeah, gonna be a bit of a shorter session as I lost the notes for last session, which means I can't really build off anything.
Oh, really? All we did last session was meet a character.
True. You also had notes, if I remember correctly, a notebook that you guys got.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the hell our plot is at the moment.
You're about
some warlock, not warlock, some lich guy is making dead zombies, and all the other she's he's hired by somebody else, and our group is trying to stop them because Alicia is tasked with stopping whatever he's doing.
And she's paying.
She hired us.
She's not paying us nearly enough.
Sir. I get to hunt fucking liches. I don't give a fuck.
Me and Necro aren't getting paid nearly enough. We've been bitch slapped by a fae and thrown into a lich's dungeon.
Oh, that's right. I don't know anything about the fae.
What did you say, Brian?
You can take it with her if you want.
Oh yeah, we also rescued her twice.
Damn it, now I gotta download Origins. Fuck you!
So have we lost another party member, or is she just not showing up tonight?
I believe she is just not showing up tonight. Well, maybe.
Well, she is online.
Yeah, so we'll give her a few minutes. But yeah, to give some background, you guys get some rather fun stuff. So, how would you like to begin? You're all back at Necro's house, or Azrael's house. It's all rather nice.
The same thing we do every night, Brian. Try to get Necro a date.
The same thing we try to do every day, Pinky. Take over the world.
I'm excited for that reboot. The entire cast is back. Fuck it. I'm gonna try to freaking train the baby direwolf and the baby owlbear. How about that? That'll take up my day.
I will be taking my owlbear back soon.
It's not your owlbear.
You can believe you mean.
Your character abandoned that to whoever picked it up. Your new character has no claim to that owlbear.
I will be getting my owlbear back, sir.
Then you should learn how to save your characters on your PC.
What is this? Excellent. Fuck you.
Toki, how many characters in this campaign alone have you swapped into? Because we're hitting the double digits.
Think about 9 or 10.
So,
good way to start the night.
You guys. All right.
Oh boy.
One sec. So, to all of you, how do you want to spend your nights? I know Octavius, how you want to spend your night. But our new guy, you're spending time with your boy? All right. Is there anything you want to try to teach them, or is you just spending time with them?
I'm going to teach him to both respect each other and how to hunt together.
It is a good thing you rolled a natural 20 because, well,
Owlbears and direwolves don't get along.
Yeah. You've managed to instill in them animals that should rightly be rather violent towards one another. How to be halfway respectful of one another.
What the hell did you name this owlbear again, Toki?
I think it was Theodore. Sorry,
Theo
there's a bunch of campaigns where I have a bunch of fucking animals. I have a druid that runs around with a pack of animals, and each one has a name, and it's just like, the fuck.
So I'm going to warn the two of you right now, there are no pets in my campaign. I'm not dealing with this shit.
Unless we use Spine Familiar.
Then they go away after they get poofed. For context, Brian, I'm starting up my very first campaign when the other one I'm with them ends.
Oh. I'm half tempted to ask for a spot, but I'm not sure if I'd be able to handle all the different characters.
At like 11.
Yeah. What day?
Yeah, no, he's not going to be able to make it.
Fair.
Yeah. We're just going through it's Yarning Portal, just so I can learn mechanics.
So, that sounds good, and I wish you the best of luck with that.
Thank you. Now,
Hey, I just want you to know,
Paladins,
I don't have to have a pet in your campaign. I'm my own pet.
If you want to turn yourself into a freaking sidekick class character for someone else,
I have wild shape.
that's fine.
I'm going to shit everywhere.
Is there anything new?
Correct. Well, Mark, I do hope that you do well. It's like first time DM. Sorry.
Thank you.
Back to the game at hand. Before we lose the point entirely, and this devolves just into an hour and a half of us talking with each other. Which, those are honestly a lot of fun too, but
mean every D&D game ever?
Yeah.
Apparently, Unfortunate Spaceman is free. Let me go check.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It's been free for a while now.
You shut your whore mouth.
No.
Unfortunate Spaceman. But I will be purchasing the $20 edition because fuck everything else. Yeah. It's true.
I just keep giggling.
Are you high, Brian?
No. I mean, I could get drunk. But I don't think that would be conductive to a good game for tonight. Unless we designed in one shot specifically for us being all just drunk off our asses.
You say that, but it takes a lot for me to fuck up as a drunk.
I'd likely need to be I'd likely need to not be the DM because as a drunk, I'm fairly certain, because I have not been drunk yet, but I'm fairly certain if I get drunk, I will not be very coherent. But yeah, so we're just waiting for Julie to show up, I guess.
Yep, because apparently they don't have a computer and they are just going to use her phone again.
Well, I mean, they do live with their folks, so the computer might be getting monopolized at the moment. Oh yeah, Toki. I didn't tell you about the Bobard idea. Named Beauregard. You'll see the results of that when Necro said boo.
Beauregard?
A Bobard named Beauregard.
What's a Bogard?
No, it's his name. He is a Bobard, though. He is a bard that uses exclusively a bow and possibly a very big knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
I was about to fucking say a Bowie knife. And he's a
It's
bard,
like, wait, what's
so
a
he can
bow?
sing.
Yeah, it's like, wait, what's a bow knife? It's literally just cuts to the bard strapping the knife to the bow.
I will smite any freaking pun characters I ever find. This I swear to you.
Well, no, it's name's probably not going to be Beauregard. It's just that's a fun way to introduce the character. In actuality, I do want to try to tinker with a character, possibly a bard of lore, a college of lore bard, who takes a single level in fighter, just to get the advantages, just to get all the proficiencies, as well as the archery fighting style, as well as access to proficiency with a longbow. Because surprisingly, despite Bard being a dex class, it doesn't have access to a bow, just a hand crossbow.
Just reset my computer, so now I gotta re-download all my game launchers. Fuck.
So, I actually have a question from the pun and meme characters. If I ever ran a one-shot session with that kind of concept in mind, likely the one where I'm drunk, what would your meme characters be? Or just pun?
The silence is your answer.
Is it really that unappealing of a idea to you guys, or?
I'll probably do Frederick Quicksilver. Just
Tiny.
weird.
Is Tiny massive?
Yes, in a sense of speaking.
Is it a bard?
No,
It's
it's a cleric. The cleric with the monkey's paw feet. So it's a dwarf smith cleric named Tiny. But he's not named Tiny because he's short. He's named Tiny because of his weapon. And basically carries around a maw that's meant for giants.
I like it.
Fuck all squadrons. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't play football. Ooh, Watch Dogs 2 on free? I'm gonna have to cop it. $20 for the deluxe pack and the season pass. Free $20. Oh, I got a discount pod. Oh, it's $9. Bro, let me get it.
Dang. So, Mark, what's the certification test for exactly?
CompTIA Security Plus.
Oh,
It's so he can work places and they know that he can do his job.
It's $300 a pop, and they changed the test in November.
Yep, I'm going for cybersecurity whenever the fuck college feels like it wants to answer my call. But unfortunately for me, my job pays for all that shit, so, or at least for most of it. I just got the $99 Watch Dogs 2 Gold Edition Deluxe, whatever. $99. I got an $80 discount code plus a $10 discount thing. I paid $9 for it.
Necro, whatever that is in the background, I can hear it really loudly.
Fly, you fools!
All right, if Holly isn't here, all right, well, Holly is gonna join when she can. Let's get moving then. So, for the rest of you, find yourselves in a rather, well, pretty relaxed situation. Getting pretty close to evening. Dinner's about to be served. How do you want to spend the evening? Before and after dinner? Mark?
Before and after dinner.
Yeah, I'll teach the dogs them shit after.
It's an owl bear.
Shut up.
All right. So, do you have anything you want to do before?
No.
Alrighty then. Ezreal.
Yes.
Any plans for before and after dinner?
Grenades.
He's trying to make grenades.
Roll me an intelligence check and a dex check.
I thought I was just doing the concept.
Well, yeah, but depending on your intelligence roll.
Nope.
Never mind. Dex check isn't necessary. You're still tooling with the concepts. And you haven't gotten to a point where you're able to make prototypes yet. Are you going to try to keep making grenades after dinner as well?
Yes.
All right. Propane Man. And that's just what I'm going to call you until I can remember your name better. What do you want to do before dinner?
I actually have no idea. I guess I'll walk the premises and find out what's going on around the building.
You do?
What do I find as I walk around the building? I say, what do I find?
Not much. It's a rather nice place. Good yard, nice visual sight lines. Nothing too bad. Also nothing interesting though. Well, you can probably find something if you look for it hard enough, but for now, you don't seem to get much. But You do notice a few of the maid staff are giving you some weird looks.
I would tip my hat to them.
They sort of just give you a confused before moving on themselves.
I say I will stumble into the kitchen and rustle me up some grub then.
You are kept from the kitchen as dinner is currently being made.
Well, that's mighty particular of you folk.
In our experience, outsiders tend to get in the way.
Well, I have you know I'm a great cook. Matter of fact, it is one of the many tool sets that I carry with me.
And I'm sure you can do that while you're on the road. But for now, it would be improper for us not to make dinner. And the door is closed.
Oh, they mighty peculiar around here.
You see why I called him the propane artificer.
There must be something around here that's broken. I'll go search for something broken.
Roll investigation.
He just finds Necro's room full of his half-made experiments.
That would be an 18, kind sir.
You do stumble into Azrael's room, but you don't find anything broken per se. Rather, you just find some things that are somewhat nonsensical. A few designs that don't seem to have any rhyme or reason as to why they're made that way.
Now I got Brian doing it.
God damn it. But yeah, there's there's a few. If you wanted to, you could probably try to fix the designs. But I mean, you'd basically be throwing everything out and starting from scratch with just the base idea.
I'll give him a 1-2 look-see.
Roll me an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence. Well, unfortunately, you're still a bit hungry, so you don't get much done, sadly. It's at this time, though, that one of the maids pokes their head in and it's like, oh, this isn't your room. Your room's down the hall. But also, dinner is ready.
Oh, what we're having? I walk towards the door.
If I remember correctly, as I was not in the kitchen, I believe some form of game hen.
Oh, chicken. Now that's mighty fine of you folk. You got some biscuits down there too?
She just, you can check for yourself, and she like ducks her head out. Octavius and Azrael, you are both informed of the food.
Hope he's gonna get the British biscuits rather than the Americans.
Yeah, I was gonna say you get British biscuits, and it's not chicken; it's turkey.
Well, my, ain't this a lavish spread right here?
You know, Noctis, if you weren't such a nice guy, I'd make a crack about every day I eat here is more than my family's eaten a year. But you're a nice guy, so I'm gonna let it go.
It's like you notice one of the maids coughing.
So you know, most of his food is just for you guys. I require little substance.
Yeah, but you can get it like that.
I mean,
also-
if you just go out in the woods, you can find you a nice hen. Are you not good at hunting back home?
This is my home.
Oh,
think
no,
he's
no, no,
referring to me.
not you. I'm talking to the fancy pants over there.
Yes, I suppose I am a fancy pants at the moment. There's not hunting back home. There's fish.
Fishing, hunting, trapping, it's all the same thing.
Toki, I
Go
can't
out
take
and
that
get
accent.
You're going to have to deal with it because this is the voice I chose for this character. I'm sticking with it.
So, dinner is night. Alicia also joins you. She mostly just seems rather like occupied just with eating. She's kind of absent-mindedly going through it all. She looks really tired. Honestly, it seems that she doesn't actually notice you guys.
Oh, she's going to notice me. How do
No,
you do,
she-
ma'am?
Good. So tired.
You seem a little occupied there. You got something on your mind?
Just coming through the journal for the next lead.
Ah. Well, you know what might help that? And I pull out from my bag a bottle of mysterious brown liquid. Go ahead and give that a try right there. That'll perk you right up.
She is going to insight check the bottle.
I'm going to persuade her as best I can. With that old southern charm. Also, what was it? Deception. Whee! I mean, they're the same.
It's a dead heat. It's like she grabs the bottle and sort of like holds it. Is it warm?
No, it's mysteriously cool.
I thank you for the offer, but I will pass.
Oh, now that's just plain sad. Look, it ain't nothing to be afraid of. And I pour me a shot of it, and I down it. Hoo-wee, now that's some good stuff right there. I can go for days.
I'm fine. I just need some sleep, and I'll be raring to go tomorrow. So, Octavius, Azrael, how has your evenings been?
Pretty slow on my part.
I'm coming to grips that this job is way bigger than I originally signed up for.
That is what I was honestly doing. Hopefully, if my petition goes through, I'll be allocated more funds to pay you.
That would be nice.
But if my last chat with them is any indication, we'll be forced to what's the word?
Allocate our own resources.
That is the nice way to say it. They quite literally told me to rob the graves. It was a holy mission, so our God would forgive us for it.
That sounds kind of convenient, don't it?
That's what I said.
Ay,
It's against the religion to rob graves normally, but if it's for God, we're just gonna rob them, right? Never mind. Don't listen to me. I'm just going on rambling.
DM,
Yeah.
how long has this campaign, since the start of this campaign, like how many months has it been since we agreed to this contract?
About it's been a little less than half a year.
Okay, Jesus.
Travel's been a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, I've gone through 4 characters in this iteration.
I'm aware of that.
And you've known each one for about 3 months.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
But no, that wouldn't be feasibly possible.
We've known each
Said
one for
about 3 months.
about 2 to 3 weeks at a time.
No, if each one was known for 3 months, you would have been at a year at this point.
That's why I said about 3 months.
Okay, well, I don't know where you think we need to go, but I have to get to Sky Frontier sometime before this year is out.
What, you got to rent
She
a new
actually-
house or something?
Originally, this job was supposed to be like, what, 3 months at best?
She takes out a map.
Yeah, it's all the way down there on the coast. I point to number 17 if the map is the same.
Yeah, it is. Oh, that should be easy to get there.
I cock an eyebrow. Really?
Well, presuming you're completely all right with teleportation.
I'm sorry, what now? You mean the thing that blew up every time I've seen someone do it?
True, but that's when the proper precautions aren't taken.
Do we still have that keystone that locks in coordinates? Or did we give that to the church? I remember us getting that. I forget what happened to it.
Yes, we did. They took it in for study. But effectively, certain organizations and entities have access to teleportation techniques. The church in this city being one of them. After looking through the journal, there are a few individuals and places we will need to check. So if we are able to visit Sky's Frontier, it will sadly only be for a short time. If that is all right with you.
As long as I get there before the year is out.
Well, What about you, pale guy? You got anything you need to do before the year's out?
We're both extremely pale.
Yeah, but he's paler than you. He obviously doesn't eat much, sir.
Now,
Hold
I would
on.
like to point out one of you dresses in all black, so the paleness is much more contrasting.
Necro, D100s. Let's see who's paler.
Yes.
Wait, what's lower or higher?
Higher. I'm paler. Which is saying something.
You're paler, but not by much, apparently.
Yeah, we could be brothers.
Azrael is paler. So, Azrael, do you have anything you need to get done before the year is out?
None of my goals has a time limit. So,
So he's a man with a plan. At least somebody's got plans.
Well, I have goals. I just need a way of getting there, I suppose.
Well, as long as they're nothing too susceptible to evil, I'm sure we can get those accomplished.
Okay. So, sorry, God. I don't know why, but for some reason tonight, my brain is doing like the fucking waiting room music every time I'm trying to form a coherent thought.
Do 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 do.
No,
That's
not
Jeopardy.
Yeah, no, not even the Jeopardy music. Just like the bland elevator music.
Do 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 do.
Sadly, nothing that awesome either. But yeah, so as the night draws closer, Octavius, you managed to train your two pets rather well. They no longer seem to be at each other's throats. So, Octavius, after you manage to get the training done, do you have any like specific ideas for how you want them to sleep, or just let them lounge wherever they are?
I'll let them lounge wherever they are. They gotta learn to sleep wherever.
Bale. God, I actually need to dig through the files to get your name. You're in your own room for the night. You have anything you want to do before you before you finally go to bed?
Not really. Mr. Voice in the Sky, I'm pretty set.
Azrael, roll me another intelligence check to see if you can get anywhere with those grenades. Or rather, the tossy bombs. And you don't make much, if any, progress at all. You're really stuck on this.
I could make firearms, but I can't make a little ball of gunpowder.
Yeah. Yeah, so just for some reason,
You accidentally make a boombox, and all it plays is sax, man.
Christ. At this point, that would effectively be what it is, but no, unfortunately, it is not that impressive. The best you can make is literally just a box with a fuse in it. There's nothing even inside the box. Octavius, if you saw this, you would understand why he doesn't have a date. Because this is the stuff he makes when he's actually smart.
Yes, but we did get him a date, and he has a second one for whenever he fucking remembers. That lady was actually able to handle his quirkiness.
Yeah.
Ow, chicken, ow, wow.
Enough of that, you. I have my work cut out for me with this one.
So, as the morning comes, each of you are awoken by the smell of a rather nice meal, though it does smell slightly overcooked. So, Octavius? You were the first to awaken as you feel something very heavy on your chest.
Is it the dog and the bear?
Yes. However, the bear has its ass in your face, and the dog appears to have tried to put itself on top of the bear. So all the weight is on one portion.
I slowly try to get up. And the minute that they are in my lap and not in my face, I'm going to whistle them awake.
Unfortunately, roll animal handling, actually, because let's see how this turns out.
You whistled at a moody owlbear. I want to see how this goes.
Okay. Luckily for you, you don't get a swipe from the paw to the side of the face.
No. Bad, Theo. Come on, let's get breakfast.
They like sort of like scramble out of the bed, and the owl bear sort of falls over and lands on its butt after like clambering off the bed, and like keeps running.
This is gonna be my life now. Okay.
Yeah, it is. So you head down. Azrael, as you wake up, the box is somehow on top of you, with the fuse ever so slightly tickling your nose.
I'll just take it off my head. How did it get there? Any signs of anybody's been here?
Alrighty. Are you gonna go to breakfast, or are you gonna skip it and try to get some work done?
Do some work done.
Ah, yes. The choice of every responsible college student.
Mm,
So,
what's wrong with me?
well, you added something to the box. It's literally just a pound of black powder, though.
Jesus.
Keep in mind, this is a fairly sizable box. It's like you'd have to like grab it underside with both hands and sort of chuck it underhanded by spreading your legs out and just sort of bending.
Sometimes I question my own intelligence. Am I truly this smart?
All right. So, Bale, you wake up to the rather nice smell of eggs and also to hear Azrael cussing immensely. That's rather ungentleman, uncivil.
Fix them something to eat. I'll go deal with it. As Octavius walks towards Noctis's room like a freaking parent who just had 2 babies screaming at the end of the night.
Keep in mind, your actual babies are also like trotting behind you.
I told them to eat dinner, breakfast, damn it.
They don't. Oh, they don't listen to you and are just following you.
They didn't go to the bowls of food being prepared for them.
Not yet. They're sticking with you.
All right, fine.
I give a whistle.
They roll animal handling. They don't listen to you. They are too well trained to listen to the whistle of somebody else.
All right,
Octavius, in this one instance, your training has betrayed you.
All right, I look at the two of them.
How about this?
Okay. The fuck? Oh, you're a freaking
What's
Are
the
you
name of
fucking
the
seriously?
wolf?
You're a changeling?
What's the name of the wolf?
You don't know.
Well, that's up to. Shit.
I know the name of the wolf, but your character doesn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna side with Octavius here. You don't know the name of the wolf,
You
sadly.
got here yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm also very nosy, apparently.
You want him to do a perception to see if he heard the name while I was training them last night? Or what do you think?
So, Octavius, are you just gonna go and see what's got?
I'm gonna walk over to where their freaking food is, and I'm going to command them to eat and then practice. If I have to animal handling, I will.
Roll animal handling, because they don't like the fact that you keep leaving them when they're about to sit down to eat and get up and follow you.
I believe I clicked animal handling, but I think Roll20 is lagging, so I shall... Nope, there it goes.
They aren't happy about it, but they do it.
I'll be back in like 3 minutes. Calm down. And I go make sure Asriel hasn't blown himself up.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I'm just. Why did it take so long to get this? But. So, you head back up, and I presume you knock on Azriel's door, or are you doing the Fairly Odd Parents where it's I'm knocking on your door to show that I respect your privacy, but I'm coming in anyways?
That.
Azriel, Octavius is in your room.
He has to do a strength saving throw, as a bunch of black tentacles are all over the room.
Would an 11 make it?
Yes.
Just barely. Jesus.
God, what the freaking... What did you do?
One of the tentacles points to the box.
Can't dismiss it all.
Do I even want to know what eldritch horror you just unleashed?
It's at this point like the tentacles shake.
Yes, I know you. I'm asking him for what.
No, I know. The tentacles seem to be answering you is the problem.
Oh, no.
Like, they're shaking, and then they just keep pointing at the box.
I go over to the box. What's in the box? Did you turn into a goddamn eldritch monster?
No, it just came to me in a dream.
They just sort of keep pointing, and one
I'm
like
picking up the
flails
stupid
over
box.
and sort of just starts pounding on the box.
I'm getting the box. Jeez.
You roll roll perception check.
That's a 3.
It's heavy. It smells weird. You don't know what's in here.
I'm gonna point the box towards the tentacles and open it facing the tentacles. I'm not seeing what's in it.
They just immediately slam it shut again.
I'm gonna go get the cleric.
And is all this happening in 6 seconds?
A question, why?
What happens?
Why do you ask that point?
Because the spell only lasts for 6 seconds.
Basically. But yeah, so it's like after the box gets slammed shut, the tentacles and sort of just disappear into the wall. But yeah, so you have a box that even the Eldritch Tentacles wanted to keep shut. You're not sure what's in it, Octavius.
I'm going to breakfast and talk to the freaking cleric.
All right. You head downstairs. Azrael, are you going to join them for breakfast? Or are you just going to keep working?
I just took your box.
What was that?
I just took your box full of what I assume is your corpse.
Follow suit.
Yeah.
All right, so Bale, you are downstairs eating. You notice the two animals also eating. Then you notice Octavius walking down with a rather large box. What is your passive perception?
12.
Octavius, what is yours?
11.
Bale, you immediately recognize the scent of gunpowder. Someone dumped a lot of it. Or...
Nope. And I grab the box off of Octavius and go back to my room.
Oh, you're back to normal.
You know what happens if there was a spark in here, especially when you're holding this box?
No, let him hold it. I want to see the fireworks, man.
You do realize I can make a spark happen with literally the snap of my fingers, right?
Do it. I dare you.
If you do that, you'll kill us all.
He'll
explain
probably
why
kill
you turned
most
to a
of
bunch
the
of
people
tentacles.
in this room, but he won't be killing me.
I'll take the box and go back upstairs.
Alright, fine. Go play with your tentacles. Maybe you'll get some practice in when you finally get lucky. Hard look to the camera.
So...
It's my intelligence that made you that weapon. And I go back.
Yes, but my charisma got you a date.
It was my charisma. You just helped me with the date.
Are y'all really fighting over a date? Did you make it to the sack, my friend?
Nah, these royal types don't go that fast. You have to wait 3 weeks before you can even hold hands.
I would shoot somebody.
We'll get there when we get there.
Have you at least
Are
been
you
returning her
trying to get there?
letters?
Are you trying to get there, my friend?
So...
Octavius was asking a actual question. Necro, have you been returning your girlfriend's letters?
I haven't even been receiving them.
That's not very gentlemanlike not to return a lady's letter.
No, the question is, have I been have I actually gotten letters?
You've gotten at least one before we left.
You got one. You haven't gotten any since. She's waiting for a response.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, she does know the nature of your occupancy can lead to long terms of absence from home.
But it doesn't mean you can't send a letter.
Wait, I thought I sent the letter before we left.
You did, and then you received one.
I did not know that.
Well, I mean, even how long ago it was, I think it's honestly surprising I remember it.
If I had received one, I would have responded.
Well, let's just say for the sake of sanity, you did. Because Azrael is already really awkward. Don't want to have him seem like an ass.
You're ghosting that poor woman. You should be ashamed of yourself. And you call yourself a gentleman. But no, really, let him spark up right there next to that box. I really want to see what's gonna go home.
Huh. After the age of 20, I don't age.
What's this about age now?
Nothing.
Christ.
Nothing. Interesting facts.
It's an interesting fact.
Not in my room.
That man is very peculiar. Why were you holding a pound of fucking black powder?
Is he talking to me?
And this is pointing towards Octavius.
Oh no, it was pointing towards the bar. Yeah, Octavius.
Because that box was in a room with a giant mass of eldritch tentacles, and I assumed it had something to do with why there was a big batch of eldritch tentacles. So I was bringing it to the boss to try to disenchant it or whatever.
No, that box was filled with about a pound of very explosive powder.
Munieka looks at you, Octavius, and you thought to bring that into the dining room?
I didn't know it was freaking explosive. He needs to learn to talk when he's a mass of tentacles.
Or you could just not touch things that you don't know anything about.
You know, you say that, but that's half the reason we're still alive.
I can neither verify here nor there on that. But basically, your friend there is trying to make a bomb. Why it's so massive, I have no idea.
He's probably just coming up with another contraption. I hold up my rapier, like this thing. It is also a gun.
I can tell. But how many bullets does it hold?
Christ.
And how do you reload it? Can you reload it?
Yeah.
Do you know how to reload it?
Yes, I know how to reload it. It's just a single shot, though.
I pull my 6-shooter out of my holster that's behind my back and I set it on the table. One shot's never enough.
Look, it was its first time making
deck
this.
save. Vale, roll a deck save for me real quick.
Uh-oh, you pissed off the mecha. The mecha.
Luckily, You don't move when you hear the thwip, as a knife is expertly weaved between your fingers and the holster and like the trigger of the gun, as a knife embeds itself in the table. You hear Munieka walk over, grab the gun, and place it in your lap. No guns on the dinner table. As she takes the knife out.
Well, it's a good thing you're a great shot, or that could have been bad for everybody. That thing got a hair trigger on it.
She sort of just, as she just goes back to her own as she just goes back to her own duties.
I do a nice little flare and I slip it back in its holster. And then my coat falls back over the holster, so it's not been able to be seen again.
All right. So, Octavius, you see Alicia at the table as well, and she's just been watching this whole thing go down. Do you want to talk with her?
Sure.
Well, I know you do, but...
I mean, at this point, are you even surprised that something like this happens at 7 a.m.? And I sit down to eat.
Aw. If it helps, your two pets like come and sort of rub against your leg in a way, in an attempt to try and make you happy because they notice you're sad.
I scratch them behind their ear and under their beak. I don't know how to take it. I assume that's a good thing.
They sort of like walk for the black bear sort of walks forward so that you're scratching where the around approximately where the chin would be, and that's better for them. It's like, yeah. So, breakfast comes and goes.
Actually, I just had a thought.
Yeah?
Alicia. I've heard of this spell. And
why do I get the feeling this isn't gonna end well?
Oh, come on. Just because I'm asking about something.
No, you're asking about spells, but...
Yeah, what would happen if we cast Awaken on these two?
Well, it depends on how smart they are.
That would be a good point.
They're like,
but
what,
they'd
6 months old?
True, but even at a young age, a large number of creatures can be very smart. So even if you were to awaken them, for some, the change might not be that drastic. But I believe you have the blink dog and you have the dire wolf and the
dire wolf and the owl bear, the blink dog, the freaking displacer.
The blink face both the other guys have. They have a blink cat and the blink whatever.
Displacer beasts.
Skibbity whippets.
Yes. Yes, the kitty weapons.
Both have an intelligence of 3, so Awaken would do effectively the same thing to both of them, which is uplift them to a human level intelligence and also grant them the ability to speak. Well, it could have an adverse effect where they may not wish to stay with you.
Now, my question is, you can cast Awaken, mister?
Double checking that now.
I'll have to speak up. I'm kind of hard of hearing.
Uh, Not at the moment, but it's in my apparently ability to learn.
I mean, from what I understand about such things as being a carpenter and works with things that people like to bring to life or give some semblance of life, it's a very expensive spell.
Agate
It
worth
also takes a
1,000
long
gold.
time to
Jesus.
cast.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I'm aware. Okay. Just was pointing the idea out there. Whenever these guys get
Well,
big as freaking the carriages.
I mean, it isn't exactly a bad idea. It's just, well, let me put it this way. At the moment, they're fairly docile due to the fact that they are young and also being trained. But if we were to uplift, say, your owlbear, and he was to grow to full size, that would that could potentially lead to some rather adverse effects.
You've been to school, right? You know the whole
No, I haven't.
if you're smaller, people tend to pick on you because you're smaller.
Yes.
So think of it in this way: the owl bear grows full size, and you're smaller than it, and it has average intelligence. Now it's wondering why something smaller is giving it orders, and it figures that it doesn't need to take orders for something that's smaller than it. Therefore, it's in charge. Well, what happens when you tell somebody that's stronger than you that what to do, and they get mad at you?
That is a surprisingly good way to put it. But so long as you were rather kind, I'm fairly certain no problems like that would emerge, but
Well, where did you get these outstanding pets of yours?
We freed them from being trafficked.
Ah, so they have some issues. Yeah, I'd kind of leave them the way they are. You never know when that stress is going to get to them. It's good advice to keep your arms and legs where they are. But if you're fairly certain that you want something to be awakened, when we go on this mission, at some point I'll make you a nice pot that can awaken a tree for you. You can talk to the tree.
that Alicia does look at you, Octavius. Um, so I guess I have to ask you, would you be
You're muffling again.
open to having?
The last
What's
like
that?
the last like 5 words you were muffled again.
Oh, sorry. Better?
Yeah.
For some reason, my mic's going a bit nuts. Better?
Yes.
Yeah, Alicia turns to you. So, would you be averse to having your animals awakened by somebody else, or would you want to be the one to do it? Because despite the risks, I will have to admit there is some benefit to it, I suppose.
I mean, they're still young, and I don't know the spell yet. And it's expensive, so I guess we can wait.
Why do you seem so heartbroken by that?
That's none of your business.
I mean, if we're gonna be working together, I don't need you going off the reservation on me.
Reza, what?
Alicia looks at you, Octavius, and mouths like she is just as confused as you.
Okay, you're muffling again.
Reservation.
Whatever you did is making it worse.
Reservation. It's a place where we put people that are entitled to things that we took from them. It's like a plot of land, but it's protected by the state, or not the state. It's protected by the kingdom. So let's say the kingdom takes over a portion of land
So it's a
from a farmer
protectorate?
and gives the farmer the ability to farm on it
So it's a serfdom?
and protection. More or less.
Toki bringing
It's a protected
20th
piece of
century
property.
names to freaking medieval times.
I've always wanted to play a cowboy in the middle of fucking Camelot. That shit would be awesome.
So you're Jonah Hex.
Or fucking Crocodile Dundee in the middle of the fucking medieval times.
So, can you guys
I
hear me
put a
again?
knife on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, she also turns to you. It's like, what?
The emotional support of the team is a very important part. If you have people that are dwelling on other things in the middle of a firefight, it could bode bad. And I don't know about you, but I don't like getting shot in the back with an arrow or a bullet.
So, on top of the fact that my mic is having issues, the session might be cut a bit short. So, sorry, guys. But effectively, the way I have to do this is I have to keep unplugging and plugging my mic back in.
That
Time
sounds
for a new
something to
mic.
report.
No, if this is a new mic, is the problem.
Well, you sound fine now.
Why don't
No, I know, but it keeps
What are you
going
using?
muffled. Is the problem.
you have a windbreaker on your mic? It's the little fuzzy thing that goes on the
You mean a
mic.
pop filter?
Pop filter, you mean?
Yeah, windbreaker.
No, I do not. I should probably get one though.
Also, go into your settings and check your mic pickup. And adjust it accordingly. You can use if you download Twitch, you can use Twitch to play back sound while you're adjusting your pickup.
Huh. Well, so. Hopefully, if it doesn't, we can keep going. But yeah, so. Ah, God. Words. Why are words hard for me? point is, yeah. Octavius, you and Alicia are kind of like, what is it with this weird guy?
He's 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 southern and redneck, but he's very
Concepts that
smart,
don't
which doesn't
exist
fucking
in most of
mix.
this world.
Sorry, Mark, could you repeat what you said? I didn't.
Concepts that don't really exist in this world, because the South is a trading empire.
Which, when you think about it, kind of makes sense.
Not the redneck part.
I mean, there are swamps. There's also the midline where the theocracy rules, where there's definitely places in the wooded areas that not many people get to go to. It stands to reason that there is a different dialect and way of thinking in these parts where the influence of the kingdom cannot reach. But all I'm saying is, I need you to be at 100% ready when we get into fights, son. You understand?
Yeah. Okay. Later. Meanwhile,
In the Legion of Doom.
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice, Batman makes a sandwich because he can't do shit.
Christ. Azrael,
Yes.
are you. You're going back to work on the grenades?
Yes. Until I'm satisfied, I could. So I guess some satisfaction.
First name Jack, no middle name.
Roll intelligence.
20 years once those boys you beat out there fit to testify.
At this point, I rather go cleric so I can give myself guidance.
it doesn't
Okay,
stop you in the other
You
one.
take apart the box, safely removing the black powder first, mind you.
On your way to prison. Prophecy, Mr. Reacher.
So, God, my eyes feel weird. But yeah, so you will now have it where you have deconstructed the box and have now started to work on, to put it in terms of real life, about baseball-sized containers. It's a far cry from what you were doing, but it's also a far cry from what you want. But it's the best you got.
Actually, no. Baseball would. Yeah, baseball would be fine. Yes, I'm satisfied now.
Do you go back downstairs to see if you can grab some last minute breakfast?
I'll just go get a pot of tea or something.
And there Monieka is with a steak sandwich. Eat.
9.
Sorry, my mind just went blank. God, I think I'm crashing, but I will. I don't. Wow, my mind really just went blank. God, I feel like a bad DM all of a sudden. Anyways, so moving. Octavius, Alicia does want to talk to you for a bit.
Okay. What did I do now?
Nothing. Well, your owlbear is chewing my pant leg. And you
Wait,
look down
Theo.
and you see like the owlbear is teething.
Yeah, hold on. I got something for that. I take out a sock and give it to the owlbear to chew on.
Roll animal handling to see if you can entice him with the sock.
It's one of those nice old-fashioned socks. You know the ones.
Yeah. It works, and it's like, ugh.
And
it-
just because
like,
I know it's going to happen, I'm going to give the other sock to Lobo because I know they're going to fight over it.
It takes the other sock and starts like, sort of
Got that
carrying,
nice
like
hickory taste in
whipping
it.
it about. Yeah, whipping it about. Well, that's certainly a way to handle it.
Yeah. Teeth are a pain. So, what did you want to talk about? So, what would you like to talk about?
Oh, sorry, God. Again, mind. It's about our selves moving forward. I received word by message while you and our gentleman fellow were conversing with one another.
They're not giving us any more money because of all the people that have left, aren't they?
Not for those exact reasons.
They're making you stiff the bill, aren't they? I grew up
in
around
a
merchants.
roundabout way, yes. We will have to procure our own funding outside of anything they have provided us.
Great. Just great.
The good news is, though, we have a set objective as to what we're doing. And she takes out the journal. This has within it several, well, to put it simply, subjects to look into. Places that we can investigate. Most of them are along the coast, and a few of them dip into, well, land outside of the Imperium. So, we will be going to Sky's Frontier. We may just have to travel by land. as it would be rather impractical constantly teleporting back and forth from one place to the church, back to another place, back to the church. If I'm making sense with that?
Yeah, you are. Alright, how long would it take to get to Sky's Frontier from the capital if we travel by what I assume the carriage that I think we still have?
She traces. If we didn't make any stops, which we wouldn't, our first stop would actually be in the city of Inser. We would go first by carriage, and she like rolls out a map and is like tracing from.
Which one's in Sayre?
There. 16 is in Sayre. We'd travel like that. And from there, we'd have to go. As it seems, the trail of. Because it seems to claim that due to the transactions and general business transactions that whoever has been shipping and bringing materials and, she puts up quotes, products to the, well, simply put, to the Lich and his various employers, that the group operates throughout out of the theocracy. And if we want to get anything more concrete, we'll have to follow them.
Into the theocracy.
Yes!
Great. I have a good relationship with one city in the theocracy. That might be a way in without too much trouble. Isn't this ironic? Alright, so when do we leave?
Well, once we find our fourth member, Holly, she's vanished for a bit. Likely tomorrow.
Okay. If you will excuse me, I'm gonna go out and probably get myself killed.
I'd suggest not doing that.
Oh, I don't want to, but I have to ask some people some questions. And finding
What
them is gonna-
about?
Let's just say there's a bit of my memory that's a little fuzzy, and I need to figure out something that happened. Effectively, Octavius is going to spend his last day in the capital to try to find a clue about what the hell happened to him during that week. Because I doubt we're coming back here anytime soon.
That is true. Fair enough. But just be careful.
Thanks. And I am off to the unknown. So, how many rolls do I get for this? Necro, I have that DVD collection.
Good times.
Jeez. I haven't gotten to that episode yet. I can only stomach an episode every, like, week and a half. Okay, DM, what do I do to try to get one clue of where the fuck I should go for my personal quest?
Well, I'd say look at your ass, but you got rid of that.
Hey, I contacted those fucks. You never got back to me. So if I have to freaking make contact with those fucks again after I almost got killed last time. Did you forget I got a freaking message out to them, literally face to face?
No, I remember. They just figured you were some weird guy who figured out how to contact them.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine, I'm going back to that fucking bar.
All right. Before you go, Bale.
What?
This might take a bit for you, so I want to see if the other guys have anything they want to do before I dive full into a personal quest with you.
Yeah, huh?
Do you have anything you want to do for the day?
I mean, is there anything that we're going to do for the day? You know, they did hire me to shoot liches, and I'm doing a lot of not shooting liches right now.
You can talk to Alicia about it.
I mean, we were all at the breakfast table. I don't know why we wouldn't discuss it at the breakfast table. After that awkward moment of trying to tell him to suck up his depression.
All right. Well, if you want to talk to her, she will share the plans, and that it may involve shooting liches again.
I mean, I'm down as long as there's undead killing involved.
So they're both coming in on port, and he's saying, "Give me room."
And then, if you need me, I will be at some bar in town. I'm sure I can find one.
Alrighty. Ow.
Say hello to my phone. Skit that diddly dee. What is Necro doing?
Let's go. Yeah, what do you want to do?
So I haven't gotten any letters.
You got the one from your girlfriend about 3 weeks ago that you haven't responded to. That's about it.
I mean, they didn't
Like I said, I would have responded if I actually had the letter.
deny room.
If I have known
Yeah, as it
about
turns out, you had left the letter here.
Yeah.
I'll just write a note. Sorry, I thought I sent this.
So yeah, you put together you write a response, roll.
No,
So you're
There's
writing a
gotta be-
response to the letter.
yes.
Roll charisma. Question: do you have calligraphy tool advantage? Do you have calligraphy tool proficiency?
No.
Then you cannot roll with advantage.
Damn it. I think the noble will have that skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So just straight charisma.
Oh, okay.
Because I haven't been rolling higher than a 10 this entire time.
I was looking.
The letter is
Because I was. There was like a 20 minute
Awkward,
period I was looking at it,
messy,
'cause I went
but
to
heartfelt.
once to go put more clothes on, and I just decided to stay for a while.
I'm so sorry I didn't respond to your letter. I thought I mailed it to you, but I actually left it on my desktop. A thing that doesn't exist.
Time was on the essence. I think I sent a shopping list rather than the actual letter.
Yeah.
And then when we
So-
finally got back,
Do you want to give it to Muñeca to
it was
try and
it was the longest 150-foot line I'd ever seen.
get it delivered?
No, 'cause they said
Or do you want to try to deliver it
150
yourself?
When we packed, it's like, well, where's the other end?
No, too awkward. Muñeca.
I said you didn't have to say anything. Yes. Yes, you confronted him. Yes, I understand. I don't have to say anything. For the record, you did confront Colonel Holcroft yesterday. Can you state your whereabouts
But
last
you
night
guys
between
missed a nice
01:30
evening of sailing because once the wind came up,
Muñeca, please deliver this letter. Hope I don't embarrass myself.
yeah, we never saw it. We weren't looking for it, but we didn't see it.
Sorry. Wow, my mind is really messy at the moment. I
We're
don't know why.
almost there. We can do it. He's
Okay,
sending
can you
a
repeat
letter
what
to
you
his
said?
girlfriend through the robot.
Oh yeah. So do you want to deliver the letter yourself or to
He
Muñeca?
just said he's sending it through the robot.
Okay, sorry. God. Again, sorry. God.
This is why I
Words.
repeat myself.
Do I have to
No,
buy-
I'm good. I got it. You send it through you send it through the robot, and off it goes. Do you want to then do anything else, or just that's all you're doing for the day? Sorry.
Can I figure out how the... Actually, no, that would be it. What is that noise?
Sorry.
Go to sleep.
You're not having a stroke, are you?
No, I don't think so.
Brian,
I can't
I've
claim
been
I'm drunk
studying
either.
the
I haven't
last
drank
week and a
anything.
half. How am I less tired than you?
I don't know. All right. So, Octavius, you go to the old bar you know that the others frequent.
Mm-hmm. Do I see the head honcho bitch?
You do not see her, but you do see that like a few people who look, in fact, look sufficiently shady to have worked with her, have commandeered a table for themselves.
Out of curiosity, do I notice that one elf girl that I met here once?
She is not here.
Okay.
They're all just random guys.
I never got a name for the person I met here, but I know the name of the person who was supposed to be at the party. Yep.
So,
Okay.
you're approaching them, or are you just going to take another table?
I know that this place is a sanctioned safe space.
Yes.
Do I know if the bartender is in on it? I assume so.
Insight. Because you've never been entirely certain.
17.
You have it on reasonable authority that yes, he does. He is on it.
I go to the bar. Hi, buddy. You remember me?
He just sort of looks at you.
Yeah, I had a conversation with some people at that table over there. One lady who's not here at the moment. I really need for her to finally get back to me. Can you send that message along? In the most passive-aggressive way I can say it.
He looks to the other guys, and look back and notice now that all of them have sort of like are now looking at you. Two of them are giving you the stink eye. One has a knife just like idly spinning in their hand. And like the lead guy who's just like eating his dinner, sort of just nonchalant. Well, not even dinner, just lunch at this point, just nonchalantly. Just looks up, looks you up and down.
It's
Where's
none
your
of
mark?
the people I met before, right?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
It's none of the people I met before, right?
None of them are people you know. These are all strangers to you. He looks, where's your mark?
It was tattooed on my ass, but the person who gave it to me felt click to remove my memory of the entire ordeal. So rather...
no, they didn't remove your memory. You just got drunk as shit.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
No, they do. This has happened more than a few times.
So rather than get my head cut off by people thinking I stole it or got it as a fucking joke, I got rid of it. So I would very much like to talk to someone to explain that to me.
Smart. Well, effectively, it marked you as put it in a nice way, for anybody else to keep their hands off you. As not very nice way, they marked you as family property. And not in the we'll buy and sell you way, more the this one's mine, back the fuck off. It's how most of us get recruited.
You think they would have remembered to tell me that after I woke up?
They probably did. But again, people who get their mark, and he like twirls the fork, the knife, there, tend not to remember much. Not exactly family's pet, more member of the family. Sort of like the kid, I guess.
Are you fucking telling me I've been a member of the Thieves Guild and not even known it?
Oh, it's much worse than the Thieves Guild.
Oh, I'm in the Mafia.
That's a bit closer.
Okay, well, either way, I need to know some shit and probably get this mark put back on then.
Even if the mark's not there, they'll probably still recognize you. Whoever put it on and didn't decide to take you in probably had enough sway that nobody else could bug you. He looks back. Yeah, you can send the message. Have him write it down so you can pass it on. The guy nods and like reaches under and basically takes out like a stationery and a pencil.
I have no idea who the fuck gave me this mark.
That wasn't entirely their idea, but they're gonna have to roll with it.
So this is the message to the lady who I met here that I pissed off because I don't know anyone else.
All right.
And the message goes as follows. Hi, lady. It's me, the Bard. You know, the one that was able to find out about your little mining shit without two of your friends even noticing, and asked you simply to give me a freaking contact to someone. Yeah, I'm back and I still don't have that contact. Also, if you would, I don't really care about that anymore. What I would if would very much take an ounce of your very important time. Would you please put me in contact to whoever put this tattoo on my ass? Because I've been trying to find them for the past year and a half, and it's really been a big pain in the ass, and I would rather like to find them before... I would rather like to find them at some point, but not now, because you didn't take me seriously, I have to go on a continental-wide trip to go kill a lich. And how many people just fell at that mention?
Only one of them.
Forever your pain in your ass, Octavius.
He sort of whistles as he sees what's being written. All right. He folds it, like seals it in an envelope. All right, I'll get it to him.
And Octavius just walks out of the bar.
Sorry, and there we'll have to end it for the night because I think my brain's starting to shut down a bit too much.
Oh, you think?
I'm sorry. It's just for some reason I'm starting to struggle just way too much. I don't know why. I'm really sorry. But if it makes you feel better, Octavius, the message will be received, and more. Ow. The more immediate action will now be taken.
Ah, so I'm gonna get assassinated. Great.
Oh no. It's far worse. Anyways.
Oh, they notify the family.
Yeah, they know your family.
No, they
So they
notify.
can't kill ya.
They notify the people.
So,
Brian, I'm gonna need you to bump my levels by 4.
I'll think about it. Like, guys, I'm gonna go see if I can get my brain working again, because I'm fairly certain this is not a stroke, but I'm just gonna be safe anyways.